The first set of chickens was minted in July 20, whatever, 3 years ago. I guess 2021. Um, and yeah, I've been with it pretty much since then. So I've kind of seen it all the way through. And at first glance, there definitely kind of appears to be a lot to go through. But yeah, I'm definitely happy to break it down and try and make that buying process a little bit easier.
Yeah, please, man. Okay. What do I need to start, or how do I start? Like step by step, I guess.
Um, so first off, it's on Polygon.
Mhm.
You would be buying chickens with Weth on Polygon. The races currently are also in Weth. You
Mhm.
don't pay any gas for entering races; they cover your gas for you. Um, but you will pay. But I mean, even when you do pay gas, like buy chickens and stuff like that, I mean, it's Polygon gas, so it's pennies, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess first thing you gotta do is have it bridged over to Polygon. Did you already bridge your ETH over?
Yeah, I have some.
Okay,
I have
perfect.
some right here.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so and now that's on Polygon, right? Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Okay, I can see it now. Perfect. Okay. Um, so yeah, I think perhaps one of the easiest ways to go about it might be to just kind of start on, since you've got OpenSea up already, just start
Yeah.
on that left side and I can kind of do the breakdown of each of the each piece of metadata and kind of
Hmm.
talk about, what it does. And then once you understand what everything does, then,
Hmm.
buying is a lot easier. So if you'll go to that left sidebar and just start scrolling down.
Okay.
All right. So animal, don't worry about animal. They're all chickens. I think that was at
Oh yeah.
one point at the very beginning they were talking about maybe releasing some other animals, but they pretty much decided to really focus on the chickens, which I agree with. So you can
Yeah.
ignore that. Um, Gender, really the only the I mean, big thing about gender is breeding's not out yet, but it will be coming, and so you do have to have a hen and a rooster in order to breed them. Other than that, the only
Rooster.
other difference that I can think of is there's one talent that is hen specific, and we can go over that when we get to talents. But yeah, mainly, I would only care about gender as far as breeding. Racing, there seems to be no difference.
Okay. Yeah, I remember there was a time when what was it? It was only the chickens, and then they implemented that. I think each of them had a specific weapon and jetpack and all of that, right?
Yeah, each one has a talent, and
Yeah,
that's definitely a
talent. That's
big
right.
part of the game. Um, which yeah, we'll definitely get to talent. But next down is heritage.
Okay.
There's four heritages. Dorking, Lackenvelder, Sultan, and Sarama. Um, the idea is that they're supposed to kind of be different classes. With some of these, you would think, Dorkings would be the worst, then Lax and Sultans and Saramas based
Yeah.
on the numbers, but that really hasn't become the case. Honestly, right now, Dorkings are probably one of the safer bets. Just price versus how well they run. Lackenvelders are uh basically predisposed to be really inconsistent, meaning you don't get a lot of middle ground. Either they do really well in a race or they do really bad.
Okay.
Which in the currently with going up and down classes, that's not necessarily a bad thing
Yeah.
because to down class you need those low ones. But um, from what I understand, they are going to be releasing class locking with 2.0. So pretty soon that down classing won't matter.
Hmm.
But and then Sultans are kind of the one that everyone loves to hate right now. I feel like Sultans are not really popular. They're just they're rarer, but on the tracks, they're just not as great. And again, Seramas, those are going to come at a premium that I don't think is worth it. Honestly, to most people starting a coupe, I would recommend just going with the Dorkings, like price versus racing abilities. It's best
Yeah.
bang for your buck.
Oh damn. Okay. But
Um,
yeah, that's
Now,
what most people are
if
getting.
you get a good deal on one of the other ones, but a lot of the floor prices on some of them aren't justified.
So what is it? Sarama. Okay, 0.023, and then Sultan. And what would be a good price then for, I guess, market conditions right now and a game not being released? What would be a good floor price, I guess, right now?
For what specifically?
Sultan or Sarama, if I wanted to grab one of those.
Soltner Sarama, I mean, it really depends on the other factors because not all of these are kind of built the same,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, oddly enough, I would pay more for a 91 Dorking than I would for a 92. And I can explain why, but it would probably be easier to hold all of that for when we talk about perfections.
Okay.
Um, so as far as pricing, let me go through a few more things
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll be easier for me to kind of differentiate the pricing to you, if you
Okay.
don't mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stock, so spicy are the original minted ones. Anything that's not spicy has been fused. So fusion is kind of like breeding, except for the parents disappear into the burn wallet. So it's taking two birds and fusing it into one bird.
Okay.
Which right now not a lot of people are fusing because they want more birds for staking for 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
So, but just know that anything that's not spicy is fused.
Not spicy.
Uh, stripes are going to come at a premium, but they work like racing stripes. They make your bird go faster. So
Oh,
a bird with stripes is going to be faster than that same exact bird minus the stripes.
wait, I'm trying to see the stripes. Okay, hold on. Let me. Oh, trying to see. Oh, I have Sultan on
Oh
there.
yeah,
Okay.
it's because you have listed down. There's probably only some of those are kind of rare, and you won't see many listed.
Okay. So
But yeah,
do I
just click,
just select one?
yeah, there you go. So
Oh, okay.
anytime you see those stripes, that is a good thing. And like I said, you're gonna see that it does come at a premium price. And like that particular one doesn't have any, but you'll see that the way it's listed, there's basically a striped version of every base body color.
Okay.
Um, So yeah, something to look out for. Like I said, you're gonna pay more. That's one that again, if you're not getting a deal on it,
Yeah.
floor may be a little rough on that one. Talents are big. Talents are huge, and that's what you were talking about earlier with jetpacks and stuff like that. Uh, two main types of talent. You have your offensive and your defensive.
Okay.
Offensive attacks other chickens, whereas defensive propels you forward. I am greatly, greatly partial to the defensive that propels you forward. I'm not as big of a fan of, I don't want to hurt other people. I just want
Yeah.
me to go faster, me to go farther. And then there's different rarities. So I can just run through these talents real quick. So
Okay.
rollerblades, all these first ones are your common ones. Rollerblades, I love rollerblades. It just you put on rollerblades and you go off a ramp and do a flip. If you are on your preferred terrain, you go a little bit farther. So every bird has a particular terrain that they like.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that is hidden now in 2.0, which should be a few weeks out. In 2.0, you're going to know that. They're going to release all that information. But right
Okay.
now, it's hidden. Um, but that's one reason why right now rollerblades is so good is because on your preferred terrain, it does something different. So
Yeah.
with rollerblades, you do know that. But here pretty soon, everyone will know that. So it kind of takes that extra thing away. Next is CK47. that is you literally pull out an AK-47 and start blasting away.
Yeah.
Um, which sounds very American, but
Yeah.
the guys who did it are not from America, surprisingly enough. They're out of Europe. So,
Oh,
but yeah, again, that's a offensive talent which I'm not as crazy about.
yeah.
Anvil also offensive. You
Oh, it
pull out
is?
an
Oh, wow.
anvil, you throw it up in the air, and it smashes down on one chicken,
Okay.
and really obliterates them, puts them far back. But again, I'm not crazy about it because you're only taking out one chicken.
True.
Um,
Does
chicken
that
a
matter
pult,
though? Does it matter on the anvil? Does it it hit someone in the front?
not necessarily. It could be
Oh.
anyone. And there is a it. I forgot about this. There's a small percentage built into it. It's very small. It rarely happens, but rarely
Mhm.
it can hit yourself.
Oh, what? Oh, damn.
And there's only it only it's super low likelihood, but it can
Yeah.
happen.
Oh.
Chicken a pult, it's a great big catapult comes in and flings you forward. I'm for it. Catapults or chicken a pult's great. Um, Kuber sounds great because it's a play on Uber where you call a car and it comes and it drives you forward.
Oh, okay.
But at the end, you hit a wall
Uh,
and you don't go as far forward as you do with a lot of other ones, except it has a buff on road. So if you happen to have a chicken that's good on road, then Kuber is actually pretty good.
oh, okay. Damn, that's
Um,
wow. I didn't know how it went into depth that much.
oh yeah, there's
Wow.
little exceptions like, if this and this line up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, which I mean, when you think about it, makes sense. It's a car. When it's on the road,
Mm-hmm.
it would go faster, right?
Yeah.
Machete, you pull out a machete and you hack off a couple of people's heads. Again,
Okay.
I'm more about the defensive stuff, but it's fun to watch. Their heads grow back, don't worry. Blue Rooster is the name of the game's fictional energy drink. So your chicken takes a big gulp of an energy drink and runs forward. Also good. Let's see. I'll try and move through these quick because there are a good bit. But growth, you drink a potion and your chicken grows super tall and goes faster across the board. That's a good one. Teleport is really unsteady. So teleport was made by the fictional mad scientist Dr. Droob, who never quite gets any of his inventions right.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it makes you go forward, and sometimes it makes your opponent go backwards. So
Oh,
sometimes it's offensive and sometimes it's defensive.
so
And
both.
then flight is the last of the common talents, and that is your bird just kind of flaps its wings and awkwardly flies forward, which I'm good with that. And they're really entertaining to watch. Like I don't know if you've like ever tried to watch some of the other racing games, and not to throw shade because there's a lot of great things that they do, but they are so boring to watch. Whereas with
Yeah.
this, it's just like someone got their head cut off, and then now, someone's rollerblading across the screen, and it does actually make the races really interesting.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I've
Um,
never seen any chicken derby race. When did that stop?
when
Or
did
the
what
races still
stop?
the
No, they're still
races?
going. They're
Oh.
really slow right now because everyone's waiting for 2.0 to come out. But no, you can enter races now. There's still people racing, but like I said, it is abnormally slow right now while they're doing sort of this changeover.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I remember that there was talks about betting. I think it was ETH or something, for the races.
Well, so it's an entry fee, so you can't bet like on a race like you would bet on like a horse race,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like to enter the race, there's an entry fee, and top three get paid out. Right now,
Oh,
that's going to change in 2.0, and it's top five. get paid out, plus they're going to have the Bach token and you're going to get Bach for it.
Oh, I like
So
that.
that's going to change a bit, but this is so each chicken gets 7 free chick races. After that, it is an entry fee to get into each race.
Oh, wait 1 second. You said each. You said each chicken. What?
Each chicken gets 7 free chick races, which are
Oh,
just
okay.
free races where you can, win. You don't have to pay anything. But after that, there is an entry fee for each race.
Oh, okay. And is that per day, or
It's
is it?
just no, it's just per race. Like a race may be $1, so you put in $1, and then
Mhm.
everyone's dollars get pulled together, and then
Oh,
they
okay.
use that to pay out the top three.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Okay.
Um, so yeah, so this brings us into the uncommon talents. Helicopter is both offensive and defensive. An attack helicopter picks you up with a rope ladder, and then you fire RPGs at 2 chickens.
Oh, okay. Offensive and
I like
defense.
that one a lot. That one's great. Dig is great. You dig under the ground and tunnel super fast and then pop back up. And if you're on dirt, dig works even better.
Oh, okay.
Fan group is a bunch of paparazzi start to swarm your chicken and makes them run faster to get away from the paparazzi.
Okay. So
Um,
and so that's okay. So that's defense then, right? I'm also
Yeah, so
taking
that's a
notes on this.
defensive also. Yep,
Okay.
that's defensive. Jetpack is defensive. You strap on a jetpack and fly forward. That one's cool because it's the only one that you can do across the finish line. So all the other ones, by the time you get to the finish line, like there's not going to be any more going off. But jetpack will jetpack across the finish line last minute sometimes.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of rare, but when it happens, it looks awesome because it's like someone's about to win, then a jetpack comes flying across the finish line last second.
Oh
Um,
shit. Okay.
Blue Egg is super disappointing. It's basically Anvil, except it attacks one of the leading chickens. Not necessarily the leading chicken, but like top 3.
So, okay.
And
Often.
so that's an offensive one. Like I said, as far as the uncommons go, that's the only one that I'm. There's some common ones I would rather have over Blue Egg. So that one was a bit of a letdown. After that, it gets into the rares.
Mm-hmm.
So devolution is that's another one that's offensive and defensive. Your chicken turns into a dinosaur and starts stomping across the screen. And
Oh.
in the meantime, 2 baby dinosaurs come out and attack 2 other chickens.
Oh, simultaneously? That's happening?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. So
wow.
like you're going faster across the screen and people are getting attacked by baby dinosaurs.
Okay.
So that one's sweet. And again, these are rare. These are going to come at a premium,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Moving walkway is like a moving walkway at an airport shows up and your chicken just stands and gets moved across really fast. That's another great one. Cold snap is offensive. I mean, of the offensive, it's the best one in my opinion. Well, no, second best. I guess black hole is technically offensive. But cold snap, you basically turn into like a, I don't know, like a winter wizard or something. You use a spell
Yeah.
book and it freezes a bunch of other chickens.
And this,
And
oh,
if
this is
you
offense?
Yeah, yeah, it just like
Okay.
freezes them into a block of ice and then eventually it cracks and they're back out. But that's an offensive one. If you do it on a snow track, then it freezes an extra chicken. And that one gets
Oh.
like it gets like it can get like 4 or 5. So at least that one it's offensive, but you're taking out a lot more people.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then after that is the 2 very rares. Obviously, they're gonna be they're hard
Oh,
to come
yeah.
by a good price. Actually, a black hole just sold for 0.02 recently, which is pretty super low.
Point oh
But
two?
black hole, yeah,
Oh,
0.02,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh, but that was like someone like accepted a bid or something like that. Someone got
Oh,
lucky on
damn.
that one. But that one's offensive, but you open up a black hole and it swallows all the chickens on the board.
Even yourself?
Not yourself.
Oh, okay, okay.
Every chicken but you.
All the
So
chickens.
that one is awesome. And when it happens, it's super frustrating because it's not me doing it because I don't have one. But that's an awesome talent. And then Royal Procession is like horse and like royal style horse and buggy picks you up and takes you further up front. And that one's great. It takes you farther than any of the other ones do, but Black Hole just has that extra pizzazz to it, I think.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
yeah, that's all the talents. And I still buy chickens with offensive talents. It's not like that makes it an awful chicken
Yeah.
or anything, but if I had to pick between one or the other, I would typically go defensive.
Which was the most desired though, from all of them? Usually.
From all of them, probably
Yeah.
Black Hole.
Okay. One that
Oh, or are you
it's a
talking
little
about
bit.
wait, sorry. I don't know if I understood that question. Did I answer that
Yes.
right?
I
Okay.
mean, well, yeah, yeah, but I mean that's harder to obtain, right? Because not many people are gonna
Oh
list it.
yeah,
So
sure, sure. So that's the lower you go, I
yeah.
would say, you know, I feel like most people like me prefer the defensive, so those are gonna go higher. I mean, devolution is wildly popular. Jetpack is super popular.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay. I'm trying to see because I want to know like which ones to kind of look for also if I wanted to start shopping on my own. So jetpack, you
yeah,
said?
yeah. You the more rare, typically the better. Like I said,
Yeah,
I would say the one that really disappoints for its rarity level is blue egg.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, generally speaking, the more rare ones are more sought after. People actually do like those. And then other than that, just the defensive versus offensive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's no.
Um,
Is there any expected date yet for? What did you say? V2
yeah, 2.0.
or
So they
2.0?
haven't given a hard date. We're in the middle of beta testing, so it's mostly there. There's one main bug that they're fixing, so it's really as soon as all the bugs are fixed and it's gone completely through the beta testing.
Yeah.
Which I got lucky and I am part of the beta testing group. Which I would say a few weeks at most. I mean, you never know what's going to come
Oh,
up as we continue to test, but
yeah.
it's right around the corner.
And I'm assume it's too late to get any type of access to that, right?
To beta, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they only brought in 10, I think, for this round, so there's a lot of people who even signed up who are really into it who didn't get in. So yeah, at this point,
Yeah.
but like I said, I don't think a few weeks at most. At most.
Okay. Was this only PC or even mobile?
It works on mobile. You just go through a browser.
For mobile?
Yeah, like through
Oh
your
wow.
MetaMask. Like you would use the browser on your MetaMask.
Okay.
And yeah, it works, and we've done a lot of beta testing specifically on the mobile experience. Like the the mobile aspect is something
Mhm.
they definitely do pay attention to and try to make sure that that experience is as good as desktop.
Well, I think more people play on mobile nowadays. All these Web3 games. So that's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's needed. I mean, I'm the odd old guy who likes to who still goes on his desktop. But no, I would say probably more people are on mobile than desktop.
Yeah. No, I prefer desktop. But and there is a desktop version, right? I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's all through the website. So you browser on desktop or browser on your phone.
Okay.
But yeah,
Oh.
I almost race exclusively on desktop. I don't like to do much of anything on my phone other
Mm-hmm.
than the easy stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, mobile experience is good for those who do want in on it. So I don't use it, but I'm happy because I think it brings a lot of people who wouldn't play otherwise.
Yeah. Have they given any what do you call it? Not intel. What's that word called? About the game.
Like
Like alpha.
what?
There you go. Like any alpha about it. If they're gonna have any type of guilds or yeah.
So I don't know if there's not going to be guilds to start with. That may be something they go into. They've talked about doing something similar called crews.
Cruise.
That's not going to be part of this. The thing about what's so big about 2.0 is releasing the coins
Yeah.
and all the staking ability. Are you familiar with Photo Finish Live?
Yeah. Yeah. I just somewhat started that.
Okay, so they're basically going off that same model that worked really well for PFL.
Okay. Okay.
So you would stake chickens, you get balk, then you can trade that balk or you can stake that in a racing company uh
Making
to
chickens.
earn
Nice.
which actually as I say this, what's a good let's see. Oh, okay, here I'm gonna what's a good channel on this Discord for me to drop a image in?
Oh, you should be able to do it in general. Give me
Okay.
let me see if I
Where's
can.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, give me a second here. Yeah, go ahead. You should be able to.
Let's see. I don't think it's letting me do an image. Do you have images blocked on this server?
Yeah, usually there'll be
Okay.
some. Yeah. Let
Yeah,
me see.
fair. I just have an image that like really kind of easily uh
Oh, I think.
kind
Wait, is
of
that the one that you posted earlier?
Oh, you may have seen it already. I post it often. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it that one with the Bach Racing, Jewel, and CRC? I think it was called.
Exactly. Yeah, that is
There you
the
go. I
big
posted it.
that is 2.0 kind of in a nutshell.
And you came up with this on your own?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I took what was a very wordy white paper that they put out, which is good. You want to be able to dive into the details, but my thing
Hmm.
is like we need to give people like an easy, soft understanding, then let them go into this more detailed paper. So I spent a while and went through a lot of iterations, sort of alongside other people in Chicken Derby, and I figured out how to finally visualize, uh, what the whole game is. So
Yeah.
yeah, was that was a group effort, but something that I started that I think we really needed at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about any airdrops for the Bach? I don't know if they've mentioned anything like that or any type
There
of airdrop campaign. I see a lot of
Yeah,
other games doing that.
there's no airdrop for the balk. I guess the idea is you get it through staking that chicken instead of airdropping it to that
Okay.
chicken, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So which I mean has been, of course, as anything, met with mixed reviews. There are definitely,
Yeah.
uh, camp of people who believe that it should have been done differently, and I won't necessarily disagree. But
Hmm.
at the same time, I think at the end, I mean, if you own chickens, you're still getting balk, right? You just
Yeah.
gotta, and it's passive, and you can still race while your chicken is staked. You just can't put it on the market while it's staked.
Okay.
Um,
Huh.
but yeah, so that's kind of where they're at with the balk on that.
Okay. I just want to make sure how
Uh,
much,
yeah.
just how much time you have left, because I know there's probably a lot more, right? I mean, I know there's probably some
I mean,
tools that would help.
I've got as much time as you need, as long
Okay.
as long as you can tolerate me yapping about chicken derby, I'll keep doing it. So, I mean, by
Okay.
all means, if we get a bit long-winded, let me know, but I don't have a bedtime, so I'm good.
Okay. All right
Well,
then.
I lied.
I
I do
guess.
have a bedtime, but we won't go past it.
Okay. I think maybe if you can do 30 more minutes, that'd be great.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, I think we can probably knock it out in 30, and I can probably go
Okay.
through some of these other ones quick because once we get through all these, you'll kind of
Yeah.
understand how it all ties together. We just did what? Talent.
Yeah.
Background doesn't matter. Background is the background picture or the background color, and so far we have no reason to believe it has any effect on racing.
So
Um,
background. No.
yeah, that's just like you see like the colors, the different colors behind the chickens.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
No. Yeah. I just wanna.
background.
I just need to
Yeah.
write it down just in case, like what's
Oh,
important,
gotcha.
what's not
Yeah, yeah,
important.
yeah.
Yeah.
Taking notes. Fair,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah,
Okay.
background doesn't matter.
Okay. And then I guess base body.
Yeah, so base body is the color of the chicken itself.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a spicy chicken, meaning it hasn't been fused. Oh, and one way to tell, like, easy if it's been fused or not.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at those chickens, I think all the ones there are spicy. You can see that its 2 feet are different, right? Its left foot looks different from its right foot.
Okay.
If you see one with 2 left feet, that is a fused chicken.
Oh, there's no filter for that, right?
Well, yeah, you could go to stock and select anything other than spicy.
Stock. Oh, other than. Oh, okay. But let me see how spicy looked. You said it's what?
So that's spicy. You've got 2 different feet, right? The left foot and the right foot look different.
Really? Hold on. Let me see if I could see that. Okay, so
Yeah. Now you see
oh,
how they look the exact. There, it's 2 left feet, right? They look the
okay,
exact same. So that's
okay.
how you can tell. Yeah, it's easier once you actually see it, right?
Okay, so if they're spicy, then that means that they're fused, right?
No, spicy is
Oh,
not fused.
oh, spice.
Everything
Okay,
else is fused.
okay. So spicy, not okay, not fused. Okay, I would have completely missed that. That's crazy. Okay. Huh.
So and the reason I brought that up is
Mm-hmm.
because the different colors for a spicy chicken have to do with its heritage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be easier. Am I allowed to drop a link? Will it take a link or is that blocked as well?
I think it's blocking. I mean, you can send it to me on the Discord message, and I'll just throw it in. I'll have to make a
Um
role for anyone that I know
yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah. We don't have to we don't have to do all that. Let me but this is it's just a lot easier the way
Yeah.
that it's organized on this than for me to try and say it. So let me see. Um
And is fused more wanted than not fused?
Not necessarily. It depends. You can fuse a really crappy chicken,
Mm-hmm.
like, and in fact, if you're just kind of willy-nilly randomly fusing, it probably is going to turn out crappy, but you can
Okay.
also fuse a monster chicken. So it really depends on the individual one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I typically go for the unfused, the spicy over the fused.
You typically go for
Um,
spicy? Okay.
yeah, how do
Okay.
I, why won't it show the thing to message you? Oh, it's not going to the
Here,
main thing.
I sent a message to you on Discord.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Okay,
Mm.
perfect.
So typically go
There you
for.
go. All right.
Oh, is that the white paper? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Which I mean, we're not gonna go through it, but if you just scroll, you can see like how each base body has a correlation to the heritage.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's fused, that could all be weird. You could have different base bodies on different heritages.
Huh. I'm gonna have to go.
right? But if
Oh,
it's
okay.
spicy and it's green, you know it's a Lackenfelder. If it's
Lackenfelder are all
spice,
green, right?
yeah, all Lackenfelders are green. All the Sultans are purple or blue. Saramas are kind of pink and reddish hues. And then Dorkings are either white, yellow, or orange. And so each heritage has a less common one. So if you scroll up just a little bit, keep going, up to, yeah. So the orange one for Dorkings is the rarest one.
Oh,
Um,
really? Okay, hold on. Dorking orange. Okay.
And then if you keep going up, I think it's the bottom right one in each. Yeah, so wild moss is the rare one for is the uncommon one for Lackenfelders. And so each one has which doesn't as far
Oh.
as we know, they don't affect racing, but they do look pretty.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
Um
Sarama. Okay. Huh. I like.
so
Yeah, I
and then you
remember the
And then there's
robots.
the rare base bodies.
Jeez.
We don't know what the classics do yet. Either they don't do anything or it hasn't been released. They do keep typically they make us guess it before they release the actual answer. We have to guess and they tell if it's right.
Mm-hmm.
Um uh Black and Robot, the black legs, increase, oh, is it your talent preference or I think your distance preference.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, if you're on a certain distance, the black legs will make you go a little bit faster. And then robots, if it's a robot with uh technology um talent, then it'll go faster. But of course, all of those are going to come at a premium.
Yeah, of course.
Like if you want to get a robot, you got to outbid me for it, pretty much. Those are like those are my thing. But
Do you
yeah, I
own
figured
any?
I'd throw. Yeah, 7.
Oh, 7? Oh, damn.
Yeah, I've been collecting robots for a long time, and as far as I know, I have definitely the biggest collection. It's my only brag, but yeah, it is uncommon. Most people don't obsess over them like I do.
Damn.
And
Robots.
then there are mutated base bodies. So if you go to the very bottom of the base body category, when
Base
you fuse,
body.
there's a small percentage chance that it's runic down are the
Okay.
mutated ones. There's a small percentage that when you
Oh.
fuse, it'll turn into one of these.
And is that good or bad?
It's good. I mean, it's they also come with like a so runic has it has its regular talent, then it has a secondary talent called I always want to call it runic dash, but I don't think it's dash. It's something else. I forget. Either way, it has like basically a built-in second talent that makes it shoot across the screen.
Built in second talent.
Which
All runics have that, right?
all runics have
Okay.
that. Which I mean, there's only I think only 2 runics have ever been like sold. People keep them pretty close to the
Oh.
chest.
Damn,
So
man.
yeah,
I
there's
like
been like
them.
2 ever sales. They very rarely go up, but look out for them because every now and then they will pop up.
Yeah, they look
Plucked
great.
also has a secondary talent called Feather Rain, where it rains down like feathers, like it's acid rain on everybody, and that's a secondary. It has its regular talent plus that.
But all
Um,
plucked have that exact talent?
Yep, they have
Okay.
whatever their regular one is, which could
Yeah.
be anything, any of the talents, and then they
Mhm.
also all have the feather rain, which could go off as well. But I mean, plucked are even more
Wow.
rare than runic. You can see. I mean, if you scroll down, there's only been a handful of sales. Um, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
2 sales,
Probably
and
like 3 years ago or 2 years
no,
ago.
it was more. It was more recently. That one's mine actually.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bought
it
that
is.
one.
Look at that.
So I
Damn.
bought one, and then MBF Express bought the other one, and all the rest have, they just don't go up for sale very often.
Damn. Do you made a deal or it just happened to be thrown on there?
No, I had a bid in. I think I may have actually contacted that person and talked to him about selling it. I've done that several times. I can't remember if it was with that chicken or not, but yeah, I
Whatever
will and
works.
do. I'm big into the cosmetics, which are, some people love them, some people think it's silly because it's, the premium you pay for them, but I'm all about the cosmetics. And then yeah, you've got your translucents, which are, I mean, you see through the chicken and you can
Oh,
see their body inside their body and all that.
and are those rare or are they just?
Yeah, pretty rare. I mean, and yeah, if you look at the numbers to the right, they keep getting rarer and rarer. And then if you go to translucent
Oh
red,
yeah, right here.
it shows two, but the one on the left was fused into the one on the right. So really that one on the left is in the burn wallet and can never be accessed. So really there's only one translucent red
Wait, this
that can
this one
ever
right
act.
here.
Yeah, because the one on the left was fused into the one on the right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the one
this
on the
one
left
is
is in the burn wallet.
yep. So this is
Okay.
the one that's actually out there and uh can race and be traded and all that. The other one's
Damn.
the other one's gone.
Translucent. Okay, let me see.
But yeah, and again, you'll see as you turn them on, there's very few sales on them. Most people, when they get them, are holding on to them.
But you can breed into this, right? It's just by chance, correct? That you would have these.
Yeah. So it's when you go to fuse it, hold on, excuse me, I'm about to cough.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute myself. Yeah, when you fuse, there's a small chance that it could come out with a mutated base body, and that's how those come about.
Oh damn. Okay. Huh. But you
Um,
rarely see them listed.
yeah,
Okay.
and like I said, I do my best to try and scrap them up myself anytime they. But I'm looking through. There's only ever been one sale on a translucent chicken.
Yeah. How do you see that? It should just be just on activity, right? Or it won't.
Well, I check all four of the translucents,
Oh
and then
yeah,
I
yeah.
just look at the bottom, and if it has a last sale, then
Oh yeah. That's right. Okay.
then I yeah. And there's only one, and I'll let you guess who bought it.
Mars? Is that's yours?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. And wait, how did
I
you
got one for
obtain it though?
super cheap, but I bought these in the lowest of the bear, right?
Oh, nice.
And that was the only time that anyone was selling it. It was the deadest of the dead when I was buying these. So at the time, some of those prices were still kind of people are like, what are you doing, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just knew not a lot of people were gonna get rid of these, and I never got lucky in any of my fuses, and I wanted to have at least one of each. So I got a runic, a plucked, and a translucent green.
Oh, one guy was saying that there's been more than one, uh, and I'm assuming he means by the translucents that were sold.
Um, I mean, that didn't sound right when I said it, but I'm
Yeah,
looking and I'm only
yeah. I only
seeing
see
the
one.
one with the
Yeah,
last cell
unless
activity.
OpenSea
Yeah, they must have been sold on another marketplace other than OpenSea. Where are you seeing
or
that? Is that
yeah,
Jeff saying that?
yeah. I think that's it. I don't know why it's cutting out his name. Was there a pre-sale for Bach?
There was, yes.
Ah, damn.
Where are you seeing the chat at?
Oh, it's here on the stadium, or yeah, I think that's what it's called, stadium. There's a little chat bubble right next to it.
Oh man, I had my screen just to the right off screen, so I didn't see that. Okay. I sold Fledge one plus Al sold. Oh, someone sold their entire coop. That makes sense. Okay, I didn't
Oh,
realize
damn.
Al sold his whole coop. You talking about Alrad? Jeff? What?
Oh,
Okay, well, that's a whole nother thing. Okay.
Wow, did he have a lot?
He had a good bit. Well, and just Al and I used to host a weekly spaces together. Um,
Um, about
I
for chicken
didn't.
derby.
Yeah, it was called
Um,
Foul Language. It was just like a weekly thing, but
oh, that's cool.
okay. But yeah, I didn't realize he sold off his whole coop. Okay, well, if it went to Tripper Sid, then it's in good hands, I guess.
I mean,
Sad to see him go.
you would think that. I mean, well, I don't know when he bought it or gathered up his coop, but you would think if you held for a long time, you would want to just continue holding at that point, right?
Yeah, I
But
mean, different strokes for different folks.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, R.I.P. Al. Yeah, pour one out for the homie. But okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I guess there may have been a few off market sales like that. That makes sense. But yeah, I think that gets us through the base bodies.
Is there any other traits that matter below base or a base body doesn't really matter, right? It's just the how it
Yeah,
looks. Okay.
Beak accessories. Well, here I mean I can give you the short version. If it's a rare cosmetic, then there is likely something that it may pair to. For example, under eye types, if it is lizard eyes and growth, then that
Right.
gives you a boost. Or if it's lizard eyes and um devolution, then that gives you a boost as well. So I would just say, and we do got to go over perfection. That one's super important. But as far as the other stuff, to
Yeah.
sum it up, if it's rare, go back to the white paper and see what it pairs with. But a lot of that rare stuff's going to come at a premium anyways, which a lot of
Yeah.
people just starting a coop aren't going to want to get into quite yet.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. So if they're barely starting out with a coop, what would you recommend? These are the main things that you should look out for to just kind of slowly build up instead of going into
Um,
every detail like lizard eyes and this and that. What are the main
Sure.
ones
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
would
that's what
say?
I'm saying. We can
Yeah.
skip over that.
Okay.
Perfection is one you definitely need to know. So all birds are ranked 90 to 100.
Perfection. Okay.
And the idea is the higher the number, like the better the racer, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like a 95 chicken is, all things else the same, a 95 chicken is going to be faster than a 92 chicken.
Okay.
Um, and I'm about to send you one more image.
Okay.
And this is why, like earlier I said I would pay more for a 91 Dorking than a 92 Dorking.
Mm-hmm.
And this distribution is only for spicy, not for fused chickens. But basically this is their different pecking orders, right? Or their different classes. So ideally, I like to look for chickens that run at the top of their class. And so if you look at E class in the bottom right, you can
Okay.
see that the highest Dorkings that are in E class are 91. So if you have a 91, you're running a Dorking at the top of its class. If you have a
Oh.
92, then you're up in D class and you've got to compete against 93s, 94s, and 95s.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I like to get as close to the top of the class as I can.
Okay. But- So 90 to 100. Okay. Let me see. But I mean, just because it's a 92 compared to a 95, it's not going to always be better, right? I mean, aside from
I
the other
mean, not
factors.
necessarily, but without knowing the background of that chicken,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like your best bet is to go into the highest perfection that you can. But
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. There are definitely lower level chickens that, everything lines up with all their hidden stats and all that,
Yeah.
and it becomes a monster for sure.
Okay. So first you would start looking at perfection, and then what would be
So
the
yeah,
next
I would
thing?
start looking at 91, like Jeff said,
Yeah.
91 dorks and 93 to 94 lax.
Okay. 91 doors. Okay.
Um, are a great place to start for someone building a coop.
Okay. 91, 93 to 24. Okay. And then what? If they have a little bit more
Um,
money to spend.
so if you have really where I would suggest is the more money you have to spend, the more I would branch out into other classes, right? So if you got a little bit more money to spend and you can get a 95 Dorking, then that would run you at the top of D class, or a 97 Lackenvelder would run you at the top of D class as well.
97. Okay. 97. And then you said sorry, what was it? Lackenvelder?
Lackenvelder, like 96, 97. 97 is the top of D class for Lackenvelders.
Okay. And does it I mean, I could just buy the floor off of that one, or that's not really recommended?
Um, I mean, it depends. One thing,
Yeah.
I mean, in addition to obviously we know it's heritage now, we know it's perfection. You want to look at its talent, right? And like I said, if it's a good chicken, even if it's one I don't like, like anvil is one I don't like, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna completely shy away from an
Yeah.
anvil chicken.
Yeah.
Um, but what I do from there is I plug it in to the Chicken Derby website because I want to see if it's raced or not. Because I want to buy either good racers or unraced, right? I don't want to buy, who wants to buy a bad racer? So I just sent you a link to a chicken. Basically, the way I do it, and there's probably other ways to do this, but the way I do it is I just pull up that link, and then
Mm-hmm.
within the URL, that number towards the end, um, go into yeah. So go back to OpenSea,
Okay.
and then grab its copy its token number, which I normally copy, yeah, from right there.
Right here.
It should just be the number on the end. I can't quite see your screen all the way.
Oh.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then you see the number in that URL.
Oh my God, is this the one you named after me somewhat?
Oh yeah, I just grabbed a
Slipper.
random one. I forgot about that one. But yeah, go in the URL.
Okay. Oh, right
See
here.
the number?
Yeah.
Highlight
Oh.
just the number and just paste the other number in. And yeah, that'll take you to that chicken.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
And so, how do I make this screen bigger? I can only see small on here. Okay, that's a little bit better. So yeah, that one has not a lot of races. So it's ran looks like it's ran all of its chick races and then one extra race because it's got 8 races total.
Cool. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Oh,
So
chick races. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
yeah, and
see.
then you see its history where it says 2-1-2. That's
Yeah.
2 wins, 2 second places, or sorry, 2 wins, 1 second place, and
Oh,
2 third places.
okay.
Um, so that one wouldn't bother me buying. Honestly, there's not enough info. Chick races aren't separated by classes,
Okay.
so it's hard to tell because you could be racing, a top level Sarama versus a bottom level Lackenfelder or something. So,
Yeah.
so that one I wouldn't shy away from, just because I'd consider that basically unraced, given, or at least if nothing else, undiscovered. Take it easy, Jeff. Glad to have you come by, man. So so yeah, I would something like that I would be fine. But yeah, I would check that for each one
Okay.
because generally what you're looking for in a race chicken is 10% for me, and this number is going to change for everyone, of course, but I look for a minimum of 10% wins and 30%
10.
podiums.
You said
And
10%
so
wins?
this one's so win percent to the right,
Yeah, right here. 25%
20,
right
which
here.
is
Okay.
25, which like that's high because
Yeah.
it's chick races. But just so you know where to look, I
Yeah.
would look for that to be on a chicken that's been raced thoroughly over 10%, and then
Over
the
10.
podium
Okay.
percent you would want over 30%.
And then podium, you said, well, sorry, say that again.
30%. And
30%.
again,
Okay.
that's my personal, what I like, what I think
Yeah.
is a good chicken. You know, everyone's going to have their opinion on that. And obviously, the higher the better, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But outside of chick races, you know, if you saw a chicken with an actual win percent of 25 and a podium of 62, then that's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that and then yeah, it'll let you know your MPO, which is your pecking order, your class. So that would be
Okay.
a so that's a
P.
99 lac. That would be a B class racer.
Wait, wait, sorry, say that again. The PO is what? Pecking order?
It's like your class, right? So we were just looking at that spreadsheet with all the different classes on it,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
and so that's your PO.
Okay. And you said it's a B class. Okay. And then the MPO.
That's so that's going away with
Oh, okay.
2.0, but
Oh,
MPO
okay.
is basically the lowest class you can go into, and then PO is the current class you're in. But they should be locking classes on this, so um that won't matter anymore. It'll just be your PO.
Okay. Alrighty. Is there any other websites? Oh, we have a
Yeah,
question
there's
here.
chicken.tools. They have some free tools on there, and then there is also a premium subscription to that as well.
Just this site?
But what's that?
Just this site?
No, no, the
Oh.
site you're on right now is on the official Chicken Derby site. There's
Oh,
a
okay.
outs like a third party tools, and that's chicken.tools.
Chicken tools. And there was a question here. He was saying, "What's podium?" He just wanted to make sure the that he got the same idea.
Yeah, podium
Chicken.
is means you got in the top three, and top three are the ones who get paid out. So basically, if you podium, that means you got paid on that race.
So you said it was chicken. What again? The site?
Chicken.tools.
Chicken tools. Oh, I think I had that one already. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember this one. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's created by a community member who does really, really good stuff. Really well done. And like I said, they got some free stuff you can go in there for, or you know, if you really get into it and you want a ton of, you know, additional data, you can go with the premium.
Chickenderby.com. Need to write down all these sites just in case. Okay. And then is there any other ones to look for? Or any other
No, those are going to
tools?
be your main ones right now. Yep.
Okay. Premium tools. Okay. Um okay, so that's I guess everything that we needed for the tools, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then if we're going off of perfection, what other thing would you look at if you're trying to build
Uh,
more on a coop?
I mean, yeah, for me as you're building a coop, the
Yeah.
idea would be to, you know, get as it builds more and more, get more variety of different classes, different POs, um, and having multiple within the same class, right? I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's kind of like get a handful and get a feel for the game. Like, no
Yeah.
need to go and buy like 20 chickens off the rip, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, buy a few chickens and play the game, and then you'll feel like what you want. Because, like, for me, like I said, I really like the cosmetic stuff just because I think it looks cool. I mean, it has
Mm-hmm.
some racing advantages, but there's other people who would never spend the extra money on the cosmetic stuff and would rather just have more regular birds. So, sort of as you go through Chicken Derby, I think you'll find which side and which type of birds you like to race. Like some people really like the inconsistency of the lax, whereas some people don't like it because it's hard to figure out where your bird is good at. So, you know, it goes different ways depending on who you talk to.
Oh, another question. Yeah, too. Has there been any talks about rentals or like scholarships, anything like that? I don't know if you're kind of
Yeah, so
familiar with that.
they have talked about rentals in the past. I don't
Okay.
know how soon that's coming. I think part of it is, you know, right now the
Mm-hmm.
floor is low enough to
Mm-hmm.
where it's kind of like why rent when you can buy.
Sure. Yeah.
Um, you know, or and I mean, if you were renting chickens, I mean, floor I think is what like 0.07, right? Or 0.075 maybe? Yeah, which is what is that cash?
You said the lowest. You're saying?
Yeah, the floor right now is
Oh yeah,
0.0075, and that's like
$23.
$23, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, when the floor is at 23 bucks, is it worth dev time for a rental system? Because renting it out, you're not going to make much.
Well, I mean, I think you could, right? It's
I guess
somewhat
it
like Axie,
depends. Like
right?
if yeah, and if you got a real, but
Yeah.
part of the thing with Axie though is, and I guess here's the other difficulty with doing the
Mm-hmm.
rentals is with Axie, you loan out your Axies and
Mm-hmm.
they don't spend a dime. They just grind away and it makes crypto, right?
Yeah.
But with this, you got to buy into the races.
Oh, that's right
Right?
too.
So
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
not that aspect of here's I'm going to give you these chickens and you're just going to grind away with them. It would have to be
true.
like I'm going to rent this and I'm going to pay the entry fees to get into the races. So I
Oh
mean, it's
yeah.
kind of one of those things to where if someone doesn't want to pay for a bird, are they going to want to pay for races? I don't know. I mean, like I said, there are reasons like someone could have an absolute monster and they can't
Mm-hmm.
race 24/7. So why not let someone else race it for you and you take a percentage? And it's
Mm-hmm.
something that they've definitely talked about and is not off the table, but I don't think it's a top priority right now.
True, true, yeah. And having some type of like delegation to an account that's holding, like if you had multiple accounts, and then separate all your chickens into those accounts, somewhat like delegate being able to race on your behalf with the chicken that you gave that person. I think Crypto Unicorn was kind of doing something like that.
And
But
I know Zed Run, I
oh
don't know
yeah,
if they built it into it, but hiring jockeys and stable managers and stuff was definitely a thing. So like I
oh
think
I heard that.
some of that was just done more on trust, like I'm gonna send my
Yeah,
horse to you or something. But so no, it is definitely a thing, but
that'd be pretty
I
cool.
what's that?
That would be pretty cool, especially when the game releases. I mean, I've seen somewhat of a, I think several little videos here and there over the years of the racing of the chickens, and it looked pleasing. I mean, I don't know.
Have you not seen like a recent racing video?
No, not a recent one, but I saw some other ones before, like think a year or two ago. Yeah.
Well, I'll send you the this is just the results page. So this is just all the races that have ran in, you know, in order. Um but yeah, you can go watch any of the races that have ever happened.
Okay, let me see. Oh, and it shows it on this site right here. What is
Yep.
this?
Yeah, it's on the
Chicken
chicken.
Derby.
Yeah, it's all on the Chicken Derby site. So chickenderby.com is like the game's official website.
And so, how do they have any races right now? Is it just kind of like some people will gather together and hey, let's race, or are there actual somewhat ongoing games right now or races right
Well, no,
now?
I mean there's just people who are, you know, kind of constantly racing. And like I said, it's slow right now, but I
Yeah.
mean you can still enter races and all
Um,
of that. Um
oh yeah, there
but
was some
yeah, that
races today.
yeah, there's been a few today. Like I said, this once 2.0 releases, this will go up should go up pretty dramatically.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, if you just want to
Shoot,
check out
let's
the
see.
action, because any of the videos you've seen are probably older, and the race viewer has definitely gotten better. They've continuously made updates to that, and it's looking definitely better than it was a couple of years ago.
How long do they last, the races?
Depends on the length. but like a minute or two. And you can watch it at different speeds. So you can watch it at up to 4x speed, depending on if you just want to watch through it quickly or,
Okay.
what have you.
I mean, do you want me to kind of run one right now?
Yeah, pull one
Run
up.
it up?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Yeah, yeah. Let's watch one.
uh,
So, and now in 2.0, so here you're gonna have to click like 3 times. In 2.0, they have made a skip all button, just so you know. But yeah, and then I mean, that will just go through each one. If you press the double arrow, it'll go to the next screen.
oh, okay. What's the single arrow?
It'll go through each chicken individually, and just
Oh,
show
okay.
you each chicken that's racing. And then you would hit let's go. And like
Okay.
I said, they've simplified this down to one button.
This is.
Uh,
Oh, damn! They move that fast?
well, and that's at
Oh.
1x speed.
Oh, is
So
it?
if you click that X1, you can make it go. So there's an anvil
Oh, wow. Okay. This is so
and
cool, man.
smash. Yeah, yeah. Like I
I.
said,
Oh,
they
wow.
actually make the races look fun and exciting to watch.
I like this one
Uh,
right here. What's
and
this
then
one?
you'll see the wearables. Wearables
Uh
don't
huh.
affect your speed at all, but
Okay.
they make it's just fun to dress up your chickens. And you can buy, yeah, second anvil, 2 anvils in the same
Jeez.
race.
Look at that one in the back. Come on, little guy. Oh, that. Oh,
Come on,
whoa. That other one's running
that's
fast.
Squash Mosh. I think that's one of MBF Expresses. I think he
Jeez.
let his child. I think he let
Look.
his child name that one.
Look how fast he's going.
Um,
The one on the top with the purple
yeah,
hat.
he's
Holy
getting it.
crap. He just
So we're
got anvil too.
30 meters out.
Oh, okay. I
It's
was like, wait, where's the line at? Okay. Oh, no, he's falling behind.
And then you see the
Damn.
little guy down there trying to
Yeah,
make it,
yeah.
but he
Oh,
didn't quite get
wow.
in there. And then uh it'll do a replay so long. There's like a certain amount of time between them. Like if it's close, it does a replay. If it's not close, it doesn't do a replay.
That is so
Um
cool, man.
yeah,
Huh.
man. They're like I said, they're fun to watch. And that one had kind of like the same talent going off over and over. It's interesting to see. And now a short race is going to have less talents go off than a long race.
Mm-hmm. This was a
Also,
long race,
so
right? Are there different
what was
classes?
it? This I didn't even look. What
Uh-oh. Wait, where's the oh, let me post that link up again. That's what I was gonna ask too, like how Zed run. I think there's like three of them, three types of distances. How many distances are there for this?
there are 6 distances and 7 terrains.
Six. Okay, six distances, seven terrains. Okay.
And your chicken is going to like a pair of distances. So it's either going to like short, the 2 shortest, the 2 medium, or the 2 long. And that's unless it's fused. If fused, it can like rent more. There's more combinations, but we'll just stick with spicy for now and say
Yeah.
that it likes either short, medium, or long.
Okay. And how do you tell from this one? Did I have to back out further?
Uh, yeah. I mean, you could go further in and it would tell you. So if you hit, or wait, no. Yeah, hit let's go, or
There you
yeah,
go.
here's a good spot.
So I just played this one right here.
So yeah, that was 100 meter. That's the shortest distance. So
Oh,
100
there you
is the
go.
shortest, and 200 is the longest.
100. Okay. 200. Oh, and I see it here. Oh, 200 is the oh, it's increments of 20, right?
Yep. So your short's going to
Okay.
be 100, 200. Your medium's going to be 140, 160, and your long's going to be 180, 200.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. And what else
And then you
here?
can see
Pecking
the
order.
terrain to the right of that. So
The terrain.
from
Oh,
top to
okay.
bottom, that's snow, rock, track, dirt, snow again, road.
What is
There's a
this?
grass down
Oh,
there. That's sand.
sand. I think that's it,
I
right?
think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, and then
dirt.
that.
Did we
Huh?
say? Oh, we said dirt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
got that already.
And then that chicken that we were looking at earlier, I think. Oh, there you go. So you said his pecking order is B. So I would look for this right here, right?
Exactly.
A
Yep.
B.
And you can also filter. So like you could go up to filter and have it only show under pecking order. You would just put B there, and then it would only show you B races.
It would not make sense if I put that chicken that's classified as a B in any other pecking order, right? It has to be in B.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Pecking order. Whew, man, I'm actually excited to start this.
Yeah,
That looks
yeah,
so
it's
good,
fun, man.
man.
It's fun. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And when you get a chance, watch through a few more, especially some longer ones that have more talents go off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd like for you to see some of the other talents because me describing them is one thing. But actually seeing it. So chicken can perform better or worse based on the terrain too. Correct. Each chicken's gonna have a preference for, like I said, either short, medium, or long, and also a preference for which terrain it's on. So your job is to figure out, you know, does it like short snow or does it like medium sand? And now, of course, that doesn't mean that's the only races it can win. That just means that's its best, that's its sweet spot, right? That's its best spot.
How is the payout? Is that Matic?
Yep. Oh no, it's the payouts in WETH and it's automatic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so you pay your entry fee in WETH
Mm-hmm.
and you get paid back out in WETH.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, and but the gas is obviously Polygon. Okay. Or Matic. Yeah. Okay.
Right. But for races, you don't have to pay any gas because basically the game covers the gas for you for
Oh, that's
racing.
nice. But I'm assuming the
So
payouts will be Bach, right? Right? Oh, you probably don't know though, but
no, well, when 2.0 happens, the payout will be Jewel, which is a stable coin.
oh,
It's
Jewel,
70 Jewel equals 1 USDC.
stable coin.
So I mean, Jewel's kind of a middleman, really. Basically, we're kind of moving from WETH to USDC on
Okay.
Polygon still, though, all on Polygon.
So 70 Joule equals, you said 70 Joule, right? Is
Yep,
equal $1?
70 Jewel equals 1 USDC. Yeah, $1.
Okay. Okay, so Joule will be the stable coin. Bach will be,
And
how are they
Bach will be,
classifying
yeah, that one will be, up to the market,
it?
right?
Yeah.
That one's the up and down coin. So, but it's Jewel that kind of adds that stability into the mix, which I'm good with moving from ETH uh to USDC. I've kind of always said that like people shouldn't be forced to gamble on crypto in
Yeah.
order to play the game. So I'm good with USDC.
No, it makes sense. I mean, if, yeah, like if you won whatever amount of WETH and then 2 days later, now it's like half of what you just earned, that would be kind of
Exactly. Or
disappointing.
like you enter a race. Well, and this is going to change in 2.0, but like now it's like some of the big races take a long time to fill.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you'll enter a race and say it's like say you're going for a big race, like a $50 race. And then like it doesn't fill for a week or something. And then
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, it price goes down and it's like the race is worth less a week later than it was when you posted it. Now with 2.0 they're
Yeah.
introducing new timers and stuff which won't have that problem of sitting for forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm good with that move. And yeah, 2.0 is gonna be a really exciting time for the game. I mean, other than the first release of the actual game, I think
Yeah.
this is the biggest release that they've put out
I think
or
I
that
might
they're
have.
going to put out.
Yeah, I don't know if I've asked already, but was there a time frame on that, like Q1, Q2 for the release of the 2.0?
Um,
I don't know if I asked that
should
already.
be not not a hard date,
Yeah.
but it should. it should be within a couple of weeks. Basically, they're in beta right now. And we're just knocking out a few bugs and stuff like that. So as soon as that's ready, so it could be anywhere from a couple of days to a
Yeah.
couple of weeks, unless something crazy happens that puts the schedule back further. But
Mm-hmm.
so far, beta's looking pretty good.
Okay. And then any staking? I don't know, mention of staking or staking of Bach. I don't know if they've
Yeah,
mentioned anything like that.
so staking will go live along with 2.0, and so you'll stake your chickens for Bach, and
Mm-hmm.
then you can stake your Bach into, they're called CRCs, chicken racing companies, right? So
Oh,
every
okay.
race, and not now,
Mm-hmm.
but when 2.0 releases, every race will belong to one of five chicken racing companies, right?
One of
And
five.
they're gonna take uh 20% of the race fees, right? So 20% goes into the CRC. Um
Okay.
so you take your balk and you stake it in a CRC, and whatever percentage of that, you know, the higher percentage, the more you get paid out at the end of the month when the CRC pays out.
That's right. That's right. You did mention about somewhat similar to the model of Photo Finish Live, right?
Yeah,
And how
all
that
I
done it.
mean,
Yeah.
nearly identical from
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I understand.
That's so cool. And then these companies, what are they? Who are they? Is it just random like bigger accounts
Yeah,
making the?
they just made up names.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to even remember. I can't even remember them off the top of my head. But yeah, they're just kind of random names. I know PFL does a thing where like the top contributor gets to name it,
Hmm.
and
Oh
that's
yeah.
something they've talked about maybe doing in the future. But for now, it's just names that the devs chose.
Oh, okay. Hey, they might. Okay. I mean, you might want to start saving up that money instead of buying so many of
Yeah, right,
them.
right.
Shoot, that's nice. Okay. Is there anything else? Because I do want to buy a chicken.
Yeah, I
Here
mean,
with you.
like I said, I could talk on, and there's
Yeah.
all these tiny little details, but I feel like we've gone over the majority of what you need to know to get, of what anyone would need to know to get
Yeah.
started, and to go too much deeper might just muddy those waters a little bit. I don't want to go so deep that it gets confusing, right?
Yeah. 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 No, I mean, you definitely helped me
So,
with that, with all the information that you've given me. I'm gonna look at some of these races later on. Um, okay, I guess I don't know if you're okay with just closing it out after just making a purchase of a chicken and
yeah,
giving like
sure.
last minute words.
Yeah, works for me.
Okay. So
Yeah, you're welcome, Maddie. Of course, man. Of course.
I got here 0.0542. So I know you said, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, you could buy, yeah, you've got plenty to get several decent chickens.
so that's another question. Last question I was gonna ask. If someone has limited amount of funds, what would be recommended for them to if they wanted to start buying some to
Oh, like if
to
someone had a whole bunch of with
y-
um
compared to having small
I
amount?
mean,
Yeah.
right. I mean, the top is going to be your 100 Sarama, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, the pinnacle. Um I mean, really, I would start collecting a lot in all of those different classes, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, running at the top of A class, like it's gonna be like 100 dorking or something like that, right? So each class you go up is typically going to be a higher price point. So the more money you have, the more classes and the higher classes you can run in.
Ooh, yeah,
Or
I
you could
see
do
that.
like me and get really silly with cosmetic birds.
Oh yeah, I see here 100 perfection, 471 floor price for
Yeah,
that with
yeah, and that is
rollerblades.
rollerblades, which I like rollerblades a lot. And that is a fused chicken.
Fused chicken. Oh, because its feet are straight, right? It's not or two left feet, right?
Yeah, yep, exactly. And If you're ever curious and you want to see like the chickens that it came from,
Hmm.
if you paste that token ID into the Chicken Derby site, there is like a genealogy section, which will also come into play when breeding starts.
Are you talking about this site right here?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then hit the genealogy tab,
Where am I? Oh, okay.
right? And so
Oh,
those are the two chickens that it came from.
wow. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, and like I said,
Okay.
once breeding starts, so you can see that in the middle it's got a little image of a fusion serum. That's how you know that was fused.
Okay.
So once they add breeding, you'll be able to tell if a chicken was bred together or if it was fused together.
So it looks like what is this? Well, I don't know if the Lackenvelder, if it's female or male, but either way, the offspring is going to have the ability of one of its parents, right? It wouldn't have something else.
Correct, correct.
Okay.
And zoom in a little bit on those. I'll tell you how to tell if it's male or female. If you
Mhm.
look at the legs, the males have a spur on them, like a little like dagger
Oh,
spike
this.
coming out. So yeah, the one on the left is the male, the rooster, and the one on the right. Oh, they're both roosters. That's right. I was thinking breeding. Silly me. So yeah, those are two roosters that were fused together. If it were a rooster
Oh,
and a hen, it would be either or. It would take on one of the parents, but you wouldn't
okay.
know which one.
But the male, right, would have this little spur.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, and the
Okay.
female wouldn't have that, and that's
Yeah.
true of real chickens.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know that.
I didn't either until the game. So yeah.
Oh, he got a question here. So, body and a talent from parents. Yeah, the talents, right?
Correct. With the only exception on the body being if you get one of those rare mutations.
Yeah.
Then you could get a mutation, but other than that, yeah, it's gonna be one or the other. And when you fuse, it's a 50-50 shot.
That's
Unless you
so cool.
unless you lock the trait, but that's getting us a little bit deeper than I think we need to go right now. We could do a
Yeah.
whole separate thing just on fusion. So what I would do,
Yeah.
set both of those numbers to 91.
91.
So that way we're only seeing 91s.
Okay.
Um, and as you can see, like that 91 dorking runs at the top of E class, and that's why you see Sultans and Lackenvelders, which are cheaper, right? Because all
Hmm.
those green and blue ones are your
Oh, yeah, Lackenvelder.
Lacs and your Sultans. So it's that white one, which is going to be your first dorking.
This one right here.
Uh, Correct.
Okay.
So that 0.012 is the current floor on a 91.
Okay.
Um, so and of course the best deals go quick, right? As with
Hmm.
any collection like this. So sort of to get the best deals, you're either refreshing, waiting to see if something new got listed or putting in bids, right?
Yeah.
But floor price is 0.012, and that's a jetpack, so that's a great talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so the eyes don't matter for racing, but some
Okay.
eyes are more liked than others. It's a cosmetic thing.
Hmm.
But the bloodshot eyes are on that which are on this one are typically lower on the list. I would not let that stop me from buying it, but
Okay.
just if there were two chickens that were the same and one has bloodshot eyes and one has, one of the other sets of eyes, like yeah, like that one right there, like those eyes would be more preferable than the bloodshot, but
These
I
right here.
wouldn't pay it. Yeah, but I
Okay.
wouldn't pay extra for it. I would only care about that if they were the same price.
Okay. But this is what I mean. It's 0.02 because maybe teleport. But does that
No, just
matter? No.
because no, that's a bad price.
Just
Unless
okay.
the only reason that could justify that price is if it's raced and it has a great race record.
I like how you already know. Okay, this it should be priced at this amount, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, the only one in there that like I see a reason for it to be priced. Well, there's two. So there's that fused chicken with the eye patch on it.
Uh-huh.
And then there's also in the And now that's a fused chicken. And I think that one has a race record. That's young POTUS, great dude. But I think that one has a race record. The other one is that other orange one all the way to your left.
This one?
That one yeah, that one it's kind of hard to see, but that one has vampire fangs,
Okay.
which is a, a cosmetic thing, but it also it gives a boost to offensive talents, and this one has an offensive talent. It's machete. So
Oh.
this would get so this does line up to where it would get a little boost from that. It's
Okay.
also, cosmetically it looks nice
It does.
now. And you can see I like it if you look at the
Hmm.
offers. Like,
Oh yeah. Of
I would
course.
like to get a little bit. Oh, I mean, I've got bids on a lot of stuff. I
Yeah,
would,
yeah,
and I'm looking for deals. I don't
yeah.
think .05 is like crazy. I don't think it's a good deal, but I don't think it's like a bad deal either,
What would be a good
considering
deal
what the
to you?
floor is. That
For you?
.01.
Oh, okay. Okay. Save
Yeah.
some of the money too, right? That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay.
But that would be like at least those have a reason to be above the floor. Some of
Hmm.
them that are above the floor are just because. So
And
that one,
then,
paste that token ID. I think that one has a race record.
okay. So what you
Let's
got here?
see. Yeah,
Oh,
76 races, 0 wins. 50. Yeah, it's got a bad race record. So I would stay away from that one because it's got 0
race
wins. And what's the podium? 15? I can't read it.
10. 10. Oh,
Uh,
oh,
the,
it says 10
the
podiums and
percentage. Sorry, yeah, the percentage.
13.16.
Yeah, that's dreadfully low. Yeah, I would
Okay.
I would stick away from that one
Oh.
as much
Oh.
as I would love to talk up young POTUS's. But yeah, that's got an awful race record.
So
So
but you're going off.
like with over 70 races, you would be looking for it to have 7 or 8 wins, and it's got
Yeah.
0.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're looking at the races, the history, or yeah, the history,
Yeah,
wins
and really you can
percent,
just
and
look at
podium
that
percent.
percentage, and you're looking for 10% plus on that win
10% plus.
percentage, and
Okay.
0% is makes me
It's
sad.
yeah. Okay, sorry, little guy, not you.
Yeah, not definitely not you.
Okay.
Um,
Oh man.
but yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything that sets them apart. The only thing that would set them apart would be their talent. The second one from the floor, scroll up just a little bit. That yellow one you're on right now,
Okay.
it does have the Coleman Waddle, which is like the thing on its head and the thing on its chin. It does that is uncommon. It's called Candy.
Okay.
So that's neat. Oh, it's got Dig. That's got a really good that's a good talent. I like Dig a
Okay.
lot.
Oh,
Check
and
that
then
one's
it's
record.
yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to buy floor, which that's funny that Ian has a bid for .01. It's only .102. Like if you want it that bad, just
No, just do it. Just pay it.
pay the extra $6. Jesus. That
Is it
one's
raised?
unraised. That one, if you're looking to buy a floor,
Yeah, I'm buying it
that
right
may
now.
be. I think that's the one.
I'm
Yeah,
buying it right now.
91 with dig. Oh, check one more thing before you
Oh
hit.
yeah, yeah.
Just make sure it's POE. It is. All right. Yep, you're good. You're good. Oh, you may have to refresh. Oh no, there it is.
And let's see. It's gonna be my
Here we
first chicken.
go.
Oh wow, that's so cool, man. Thank you so much for the all the detail
Yeah.
too.
There it is.
Did I get
There
it?
it is.
Let me see.
And
I
you
gotta
are
refresh
now
this.
the proud owner of a chicken.
Oh, there you go.
And
Dang, and that's so nice
and you
too.
can name it. You can name it.
Oh,
You
how do I
can
name it?
run on the Chicken Derby website. Go back and now yeah, you're going to have to connect your wallet in
Oh, okay,
order to
okay,
name it.
okay. Let me see. All right. And oh, does it cost to be renaming?
It doesn't cost, but once you name it, that's it.
Okay. Once you
You
name it, okay.
can't change it, and you can't like two things can't have the same name. It's got to have can't have the same name for two things. So could already be taken. So now refresh the page.
Yeah. Oh man, damn, thank you so much. I'm already
And you see
excited for this
next to
dance.
that, and a lot of times I wait to kind of race them and think of a good
Yeah,
name. But do you see next to underneath the picture of the bird, it says name, then chicken, and
yeah.
then to the right of that you would click on that, and that's where you would type in a new name.
Wow.
Just make sure you're happy with it, because once you
Yeah.
submit that, that's it.
Oh
But yeah,
crap. That's really good. I never thought I would end up buying a chicken, and here he goes. Wow, that's so cool.
and
Thank you, man.
now, yeah, of course. And now one more thing I
Yeah.
need to do is I am going to send you a wearable so you have something to dress your chicken up in. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. I'll have to look at the inventory, but once we get off this call, I'll find a
Okay.
wearable. Now it will likely go into your hidden folder, but
Oh
I'll
yeah.
shoot you a message and let you know it's there so you can grab it out of your hidden folder. And that way you can, when you get ready to race it, and you may want to wait, it's up to you if you want to start now or wait till 2.0. The thing with 2.0 is that they're going to tell you that terrain preference. So
Okay.
right now you would be kind of guessing, trying to figure it out. Whereas if you wait for 2.0, you'll be able to start off already knowing that information. That's what's all of my new birds that I've been getting, I
Hmm.
haven't been racing because of that.
Okay. Oh
Um,
damn.
but
Feel a little
either
pumped.
way, you've got 7 free races because that's an unraced bird. So it's when you look at the PO, did you see how some of them just had like a little picture of a chicken,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like a little
Yeah, I
chick?
was wondering that too.
Those are the chick races. Those are those free races that you get 7 of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. What was going on with the little chicks? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So
So
in its for one chicken in its lifetime, it only has 7 chick races, and that's it. You can't race
correct.
those anymore. Okay. I'm wondering
How
why
much
he
does it
never
cost
raced
for
it.
a paid race? Maddie asked.
Yeah.
So well, let me give you the range. I'll tell you. I'm gonna pull up the actual race screen so I can tell you like currently, um, exactly what that is. As soon as I have too many windows open. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So, right now it is loading.
So beautiful. Now I love how it looks. Damn.
Yeah, that's a good looking. That's the thing. It's got the rare Coleman Waddle on it, or I guess technically uncommon, not rare. Either
Hmm.
way,
Yeah.
it's got the Dig Talent, which is an uncommon talent and a really good one.
Hmm.
So and it's that 91 Dorking, so it's going to run at the top of E class. I would say
Okay.
that is definitely a solid bird.
Hmm.
But right now, looks like prices for paid races. The cheapest one that's showing now is like $1.60. There's typically so the cheapest one right now is $1. And the most expensive ones go up to like $150.
Hmm.
Those don't get ran very often, but I think we might start seeing some higher dollar races move once they make these changes to where uh, you're not going to be locked into them for so long. But yeah, your cheap races are around $1, and they typically adjust them because the prices are in ETH. So the USD price is constantly changing.
Yeah. Let's see. I know he's
Um,
typing.
let's see. What are the
Oh,
best talents you recommend?
oh, he came
Um,
later.
yeah. So the more money you have to spend, the better on that one.
Yeah.
I recommend defensive talents over offensive. Um, which are going to be the ones that make your bird go faster. So real quick, I can run those, and then just
Yeah.
like the more rare, the better. But the more rare, the more expensive. But
Yeah.
rollerblades, chicken poult, blue rooster, growth, and flight are the common ones that I prefer. Hope that answers that,
Yeah, right
Maddie. And by
here.
all means, Maddie, if you wanna, if you ever have any questions, feel free to message me,
Mhm.
or get in touch. I don't know if you're on X or not, but Fledge0X, if you want to catch me there as well.
Yeah, I ended up tagging
Always
you.
happy to answer.
I tagged you on there incorrectly, and I put Fledge and forgot the 0x, so I had to like
Oh
resubmit
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
um,
shoot, man.
but yeah, man, I think that covers it. You got the basics. You got a
Yeah.
chicken, and
Thank you so much.
yeah, I'm stoked on it, man. Can't wait to see you out on the tracks.
Yeah, no, definitely gonna. I need to start building up more though. But I mean, just a last question, I guess. I keep saying that, but what would be a good amount to kind of have of chicks or chickens
Oh man,
to be
you're asking a
holding?
man who has a lot of,
Yeah.
too much is never enough, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard question to answer. I mean, the
Yeah.
more you have, greater variety of ones who like different distances and different terrains.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like you can really start with just, a handful of chickens, right? Like I kind of recommended you for, starting a nice little coop, point zero
Mm-hmm.
five. You just spent about a fourth of that. So
Mm-hmm.
realistically, get you 3 or 4 chickens to start off with.
Okay.
Play around with them, get a feel for the game and see what you like. And then from there, see if the mania catches you. And if you're anything like me, you just can't stop buying. I mean, I bought
Yeah.
6 while I slept last night, right? So,
Damn. Oh,
um,
I don't know if you said this part. Is there a cooldown once you race a chicken? Is there a cooldown before you can race them again, or do they get
there is
tired?
not now, but
Mm,
I'm fairly certain they are releasing them with 2.0, and I think, don't quote me on this, but I
yeah,
think they're going to be 12-hour cooldowns,
12. Oh,
um,
okay.
which is a good thing because you don't want one monster bird, and there
Yeah,
are a couple of just monster birds getting in every race and just taking everything out.
you said 12-hour
So yeah,
cooldown.
right now there's no cooldown,
Yeah,
but they are looking to introduce that.
and that's what, just one chicken races once, and then a possible 12-hour cooldown, or is several races
Correct.
before? Oh,
It'll be one race, then a cooldown, then a
oh,
race, then a
damn.
cooldown.
Oh, okay.
Um, and you can enter a maximum of 2 birds into a single race. So like if you had 2 birds that have
Oh.
the same that race well on the same terrain and distance, then you can enter up to 2 in one race, and then they'll cut you off.
Oh, damn, look at that. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, sorry for keeping you even longer. Maddie, do you have any other
No,
questions?
no, I'm like I said, I'm happy to do it, man. So yeah, that'll
Yeah.
give you an idea. And if in the future, once you've kind of got in it, if you want to, dive deeper another time, we could look at doing another one. But I think that definitely is a good starting spot.
Yeah, I might end up setting up something else with you just to kind of go shopping a little bit more. But I'm gonna see if I
Yeah,
can play
especially
around.
now that you know all the basics,
Yeah.
it'll be easier for us to just talk shop on it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great, man. Thank you so much. Good to look at study more. All right, sounds good, Maddie. All right, Fledge. I appreciate it. Is there any other things that I need from you? Possibly like I know I have your Twitter account, but I'm gonna post it
That's
on.
really it. Yeah, you can
Uh,
catch me on Twitter, or you can always go in the Chicken Derby server and tag Fledge there.
okay.
Honestly, you're more likely to get me on X than Discord because
Okay.
uh I push notifications to my phone, but I don't push Discord notifications to my phone.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just want to make
So
sure because I'm gonna tag you on here for X and then throw it on YouTube. So I just wanted to make sure if there's any other like links that you had.
yeah, no,
Well,
that's it. Yeah.
okay.
Just really X is the best spot to get me. I would go with that one.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Maddie, appreciate it for coming. And then Les, I see you there too. And then Fledge, I appreciate your time, man. And thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And also, yeah, thanks, Maddie and Les. Appreciate y'all.
Mm.
And hopefully, we'll see y'all on the tracks here soon.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. All have a good one. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.